Hey, sorry I may have fallen off the wagon a little bit with videos, but I'm back and I got something important to talk about today. So one of the most important things that I think has been really been going on in my head is this whole thing about comparing myself to other people, or just comparing yourself to other people. Like, really, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. Like, I've been in ministry or just in jobs where like there's always this kind of like thing inside of you where you feel like you have to compare yourself to those who are around you, and that just doesn't really work. There's also like other people who tend to try to compare you to those who either came before you or those who are doing things that are similar to you, and you can easily fall into like the trap of comparing yourself to them, whenever really what you ought to be doing is putting your head down and just going after it. It feels like this could especially happen in church, like pastors or student pastors. In my case, we kind of like look at what's going on down the road at the church down the road, and we kind of like sit there and go, well, if they're doing this, then I need to do this. And it really steals a lot of the joy, it steals a lot of the creativity, it steals just a lot of our own self-identity even from what we're doing as we are just kind of working. And what we really ought to be doing is seeing, what does God want us to do and where should we go with it. And you know, I think that happens in ministry, but just in general too, in just regular life. It's kind of like, if you can just, I don't know, just do what you know you're supposed to do and not compare yourself to other people, then you will probably succeed, and you'll definitely be a whole lot happier than if you're constantly looking over your shoulder or comparing yourself to those who are around you or to those who came before you. So yeah, really, that's just probably maybe like 30 seconds of advice from me to myself in the future, to you who are watching this, to my grandkids who eventually get to watch this, hopefully. Just a little bit of advice from what I'm learning as I go through these first like 4 months on the job at my church. Just kind of trying to remind myself, don't compare yourself to other people. That retreat that you had last weekend, you don't compare it to what they did last year or the year before. Always be advancing, but at the same time, always be doing what God tells you to do, doing what you know you're supposed to be doing at that time. And then, and only then, will you be happy. So don't play that comparison game.